On February 14, 2000, while most families in America were celebrating Valentine's Day, a small town in North Carolina was shaken by a mystery that still remains unsolved to this day. 9-year-old Asha Degree disappeared into the cold, rainy night after leaving her home voluntarily, carrying nothing but a small book bag, and was never seen alive again. It is one of the most haunting and perplexing missing child cases in American history, a story of innocence, unanswered questions, and shadows that refuse to fade. Welcome to the Dark Enigma. Asha lived in the quiet community of Shelby, North Carolina, with her parents Harold and Asha Degree, and her older brother O'Brien. She was described as shy, sweet, and disciplined, a girl who loved school, sports, and church. Her parents were strict but deeply loving, instilling values of responsibility and faith in their children. That's why what happened on that cold Valentine's night makes so little sense. On the evening of February 13th, the Degree family went to church as usual, then returned home. Asha and her brother went to bed around 8 p.m. after finishing their homework. The weather outside was stormy, windy, rainy, and dark. Around 12:30 a.m., Harold checked on the kids before going to bed himself. Both Asha and O'Brien were sound asleep, but at some point between 2:30 and 4 a.m., Asha quietly got out of bed, dressed herself, and left the house. This is where the mystery begins. Neighbors and passing motorists later reported seeing a small child walking along Highway 18 that night. She was wearing a white long-sleeved shirt and white pants, carrying a backpack. Drivers were alarmed. Why would a little girl be walking alone in such dangerous weather in the middle of the night? One truck driver even turned his vehicle around to check on her, but Asha ran off into the woods, disappearing into the darkness. By morning, when Asha went to wake her daughter for school, Asha was gone. At first, her parents thought she might have gone to her grandmother's house nearby, but when they realized she wasn't there either, panic set in. They called the police immediately, and within hours, a massive search was underway. Authorities scoured the area with dogs, volunteers, and helicopters, but Asha had vanished. The only initial clue came when searches discovered some of her belongings, hair bows and a pencil, near a tool shed along Highway 18. It was clear that Asha had indeed been there. But why did she leave her home in the first place? Over the next few days, the case became national news. Investigators were baffled. This wasn't a case of abduction from the bedroom. Asha had walked out of her house willingly in the middle of the night during a storm. Her parents insisted she was not the type to run away. She had no problems at school, no conflicts at home, and no reason to disappear. Yet something compelled her to leave. Nearly a year and a half later, in August 2001, construction workers digging along Highway 18 unearthed a shocking discovery. They found Asha's book bag, double wrapped in plastic and buried. Inside were some of her belongings, including school supplies and clothing that didn't belong to her. This confirmed foul play. Someone had taken steps to hide evidence. Forensic tests were conducted, but the results yielded little. The book bag only deepened the mystery. Who buried it, and why? Years later, more chilling details emerged. Witnesses reported seeing Asha get into a dark green car, possibly an early 1970s Ford Thunderbird or Lincoln Mark IV. This suggested she may have been lured or forced into a vehicle after fleeing the road.
And it was occupied supposedly 2 times on the day of her disappearance.
investigators began to suspect that Asha didn't just walk into the night alone. Someone may have been waiting for her. In 2020, 20 years after her disappearance, the FBI released new information. They announced that items found in Asha's book bag included a copy of Dr. Seuss's M.C. Eliot's Pool and a t-shirt featuring the band New Kids on the Block. Neither belonged to her or came from her home. This suggested that she may have come into contact with someone who gave her these items, possibly grooming her before her disappearance. Theories swirl around the case. Some believe Asha was tricked into leaving her home by someone she trusted, maybe through a carefully planned scheme. Others wonder if she might have been trying to run away from something at home or school, though her parents insist she was a happy child with no such issues. Another haunting possibility is that Asha encountered a predator who had been watching her for some time. Despite countless interviews, leads, and even a $45,000 reward, no one has ever been charged. Asha Degree simply vanished into the storm, leaving behind fragments of evidence and endless speculation. Her parents, Harold and Aquila, have never stopped searching for answers.
And until somebody can prove to me otherwise, I'm still looking for a person.
They visit her memorial every year on Valentine's Day, a date that has become a symbol of both love and loss. They continue to beg for information, clinging to hope that one day they will know what happened to their daughter.
We still have hope. We don't think she's dead, but we still need help.
Just keep praying for me and my family and that she will return home.
The case of Asha Degree is haunting not only because of her age, but because of the sheer mystery surrounding it. Why did she leave the safety of her home? Who did she meet on that dark road? And why, after all these years, has no one come forward with the truth? In the end, the story of Asha Degree is a chilling reminder of how quickly a child can vanish, even from the most loving of homes. It forces us to confront uncomfortable questions about predators, secrets, and the fragility of innocence. This is the Dark Enigma, and tonight, we've walked the stormy road where Asha Degree disappeared, a path filled with questions, shadows, and the faint hope that one day, justice will bring her story to light.